Hi dear students, in this video I am going to talk about redox reactions and electrode processes. Students, this topic is from the chapter redox reactions, and being a little big topic, I am doing this topic in the two videos. Thanks for your support, students. Whatever you are supporting, subscribe to my channel. Friends, students and dear well wishers, please support me by sharing all my videos, because I will try to do the videos more clearly by watching my videos. The students will get a clarity about all the concepts of chemistry, and not only from the physical chemistry part, I will do the videos based on all the parts of chemistry syllabus, right? So let us continue our discussion. Redox reactions and electrode processes. Electrode processes. So students, this topic I will do in the two videos. In the first video, we will discuss about the electrode potentials and electrochemical series, applications of electrochemical series. In the second video, I will do that is based on the Daniell cell. So this topic mainly, it is a common in both the chapters, that is redox reactions from the 11th standard and electrochemistry from the 12th standard, right? Oxidation potential. First I will take oxidation potential. Students, let us assume that metal M rod is immersed in a solution. Which contains ions of the same metal. Metal M rod is immersed in the solution which contains ions of the same solution. Let us assume that is Mn plus aqueous state it is present, right? So then what happens? The electrolytic solution, this solution which contains ions, we can call it as an electrolytic solution. This contains on the surface of the metal many Mn plus ions are present. Many Mn plus ions are present. Surface of the metal rod, many Mn plus ions are present, and this metal rod will contain neutral atoms of the metal. Then because of this, some potential difference is generated between metal surface and the electrolytic solution, then which leads to the oxidation process. Whatever the metal atoms present on the surface, they will lose the electrons and they will convert into the Mn plus ions. They will dissolve in the solution. This will occur up to the very negligible extent. If you are continuously removing the electrons which are generated from this process, electrons we are removing continuously from this process, then the process will proceed. It is in the forward direction. Without removing the electron also, this process will occur, but it is up to negligible extent. Similarly, students, for example, if it is a zinc metal is immersed in the solution which contains Zn2 plus, then metal has a natural tendency of undergoing oxidation. It will loses 2 electrons and it will convert into Zn2 plus aqueous. So metal rod, some part it will dissolve in the solution. This will occur up to the negligible extent. But when we remove the electrons continuously, then this will move in the forward direction. The potential difference generated between the electrolytic solution and the metal surface which leads to the oxidation process is called as oxidation potential, right? Loss of electrons is called as oxidation. Students, oxidation potential is defined as the potential difference. Students, why the potential difference is generated? Because electrolytic solution will contains, for example, this equation you take. So the ions of the same ion, it is same atom, it is present, zinc, same element, right? Zn2 plus ions are present on the surface of the metal, and metal contains the neutral atoms of the zinc. So that's why it has a natural tendency of losing electrons. The potential difference generated between electrolytic solution and the metal surface which leads to the oxidation process is known as oxidation potential. Students, oxidation potential is indicated as E naught m/mn plus. Here m neutral, 0, oxidation state is 0 in the elemental state. It is converting into mn plus, oxidation potential. This naught indicates the standard conditions. We can call it as a standard oxidation potential. For a given metal, we can represent like this. Standard conditions are 1 bar pressure and 25 degrees Celsius. 1 bar pressure and 25 degrees Celsius temperature. Students, if it is a zinc, oxidation potential, we can represent it as standard oxidation potential, E naught Zn/Zn2 plus. Students, now let us discuss about the reduction potential. Dear students, next is reduction potential. Let us assume that metal M rod is immersed in the solution. Which contains ions of the same metal. If we are providing the electrons from the external circuit, through the external circuit we are providing the electrons now. When we are providing the electrons, then the metal has natural tendency of undergoing. It has a tendency of undergoing, that is not a natural tendency. When we are providing the electrons from the external circuit, then metal ions will gain these electrons, they will convert into neutral metal. This potential difference generated between electrolytic solution and surface of the metal is known as reduction potential. The potential difference generated between electrolytic solution electrolytic solution and metal surface which leads to the reduction when electrons are provided through external circuit. Students, not like that oxidation potential. Oxidation generally it has a natural tendency. For example, when we immerse a zinc rod in the solution which contains Zn2+, so automatically that oxidation process will occur. But in the case of reduction, so if you place some copper rod in the copper sulfate solution, the solution which contains Cu2+ ions, the reduction takes place when we are providing the electrons from the external circuit. When we provide electrons to the external circuit plus electrons will be in this direction, they are flowing now, n electrons, or here for the copper 2 electrons. Then Cu2+ aqueous will gain 2 electrons and it will convert into Cu solid. Here there is no natural tendency. Okay, what happens in this case? When we provide the electrons, it will undergo reduction process to convert the Cu2+ into Cu. This potential difference generated between metal surface and electrolytic solution is called as reduction potential. Standard reduction potential is indicated with E0 m/m. Oxidation potential is indicated as E0 m/m+. It is reverse here. Okay, plus n to 0 reduction. If it is copper, we can indicate it as standard reduction potential as Cu2+/Cu, standard reduction potential. But students, according to IUPAC convention, all the electrode potentials are indicated as a standard reduction potentials only. If you want to compare the reactivity, or if two metal electrodes are coupled, which acts as an anode, which acts as a cathode, that can be decided. So when the electrode potentials are given as a standard reduction potentials. Students, next let us discuss how to find the standard reduction potentials. Students, according to IUPAC convention, all electrode potentials should be represented as reduction potentials, standard reduction potentials. Students, for example, if you want to measure the standard reduction potential for the zinc electrode, if you want to measure the standard reduction potential, let us assume that zinc rod is immersed in the solution which contains Zn2+ ions. Zinc rod is immersed, but alone oxidation or alone reduction does not occur. If there is a reduction, there is a oxidation. There is a oxidation, there is a reduction. Both are complementary to each other. Neither oxidation nor reduction occurs alone. So then if you want to find out the reduction potential of the zinc, alone we cannot measure that. Then this should be coupled with the standard hydrogen electrode. In the shortcut it is called as a SHE, standard hydrogen electrode, or normal hydrogen electrode. For the reduction potential of standard hydrogen electrode, we can indicate it as E0 2H plus slash H2 is equal to 0.0 volts. Standard hydrogen electrode E0 value is EMF value is 0. Why? Because it is assumed as 0. It is assumed as 0. Students, this itself it is important question. Standard hydrogen electrode potential is 0 because it is assumed as 0. Standard hydrogen electrode is made by the platinum wire is sealed in the glass tube. Platinum wire is sealed in the glass tube which is connected with the platinum plate. This is platinum plate, PT plate, or a metal plate which is coated with the platinum black. This is PT wire, platinum wire. The construction of a standard hydrogen electrode is, and this entire setup is dipped in the 1 molar HCl solution. 1 molar HCl solution, and into this continuously dry H2 gas is blown. Dry H2 gas is blown into this at a pressure of 1 atmosphere. At a pressure of 1 atmosphere. So if you want to measure the reduction potential for the zinc, it should be coupled with the standard hydrogen electrode. It should be coupled with the standard hydrogen electrode. Students, when standard hydrogen electrode is coupled with the zinc electrode, here one equipment is needed, that is called as a salt bridge. About the salt bridge we will discuss in the Daniell cell part. Salt bridge is required here, which is essential in the case of these kind of cells. Salt bridge. Students, when standard hydrogen electrode is coupled with the more reactive zinc, zinc is more reactive than the hydrogen, then zinc acts as a anode. Standard hydrogen electrode will act as a cathode. Standard hydrogen electrode acts as a cathode. In this case, the reaction taking place in the zinc electrode is Zn minus 2 electrons, which gives Zn2 plus. This flow of electrons will occur to the external circuit. The zinc will loses the electrons. The electrons will flow to this off cell through the external circuit, and the reaction occurring at cathode is reduction takes place. 2H plus 2 electrons gives rise to H2 gas it is giving, right? The electrode at which oxidation occurs is called as anode. The electrode at which cathode, that reduction occurs, that is called as a cathode. So when standard hydrogen electrode, when SHE is coupled with zinc, more reactive metals, metal electrode like zinc, SHE acts as cathode and zinc electrode or the more reactive metal electrode acts as anode, acts as anode. But students, when it is coupled with the, when SHE is coupled with copper electrode, like less reactive metal electrode, then SHE acts as anode. Then reverse of this reaction takes place in SHE, standard hydrogen electrode. In the case of copper, this reduction will occur, reduction. So that means it will act like a cathode. So students, we can measure the standard electrode potentials by coupling that electrodes with the standard hydrogen electrode. If the metal which is connected with the standard hydrogen electrode, if it is more reactive than the hydrogen, then that metal electrode like zinc will act like an anode, standard hydrogen electrode will act like a cathode. When standard hydrogen electrode is coupled with the less reactive metal like copper, then standard hydrogen electrode acts as an anode and copper will act like a cathode. So like this we can measure the electrode potentials for the given metals. Students, let us continue our discussion with the next topic, that is electrochemical series. Dear students, next topic is electrochemical series. Electrochemical series. Electrode potentials, standard reduction potentials of a given some metals and some elements are arranged in increasing order, that is called as electrochemical series. E naught Li plus slash Li, which has the value of minus 3.04 volts. E naught K plus slash K, all are reduction potentials, standard reduction potentials, minus 2.93 volts. E naught Ca2 plus slash Ca, minus 2.87 volts. E naught Na plus slash Na, minus 2.71 volts. So after this, students, we will get E naught Zn2 plus slash Zn, which has a value of minus 0.76 volts. Then in the middle we have E naught 2H plus slash H2, standard hydrogen electrode, which has 0.0 volts, 0. It is assumed as a 0. Next we have E naught Cu2 plus slash Cu, which has a value of 0.34 volts, positive. So students, the metals with the negative electrode potentials, standard electrode potentials, those are more reactive than the hydrogen. Metals with the positive standard reduction potentials, they are less reactive than the hydrogen. Then at the end we have E naught F2 slash 2F minus, fluorine, plus 2.87 volts. Students, we can also represent this as reverse, right? But the thing is, the metal which has a more negative reduction potential, this is reducing agent, it is reducing agent. It is increasing order of reducing nature. Okay, if we compare these two metals, calcium and lithium, lithium is a stronger reducing agent. Okay, strongest it is, and this is increasing order of oxidizing nature or oxidizing agents. So if we are comparing two metals, potassium with the calcium, So metal with the more negative reduction potential is a strong reducing agent. The other metal can act as a oxidizing agent. In this, the metals which has positive reduction potential, more positive reduction potentials, they can act like a strong oxidizing agents. Applications of electrochemical series. Electrochemical series. Students, no need to memorize this table, this electrochemical series. Only we have to understand the concept. The metal which has more negative reduction potential, if set of 4 metals is given, the metal which has a more negative reduction potential, that is a strong reducing agent. So the metal which has less reduction potential in the given set, 4 metals has been given, which has a less reduction potential is a oxidizing agent, it is, right? Like that concept only we have to get. Generally any question if they are giving, they will provide that reduction potentials. Students, generally we know metal activity series. Metals are arranged in the decreasing order of their reactivity, right? There sodium is at the top of the calcium. Here calcium is at the top of the sodium in the electrochemical series. Let us discuss the applications of electrochemical series. Activity of metal. Activity of metal we can find from this. Metal with more negative value of standard reduction potential, as more activity, that is like Li is greater than K is greater than Ca, which is greater than Na. Metals with negative reduction potentials, standard reduction potentials, can evolve H2 gas with mineral acids. Students, that means the metals which has a negative reduction potential up to the hydrogen, they are more reactive than the hydrogen. So when they are reacting with the mineral acids, they can evolve H2 gas. But these metals which has a positive reduction potential, they cannot evolve H2 gas. Feasibility of reaction, feasibility of cell reaction, also we can calculate reaction. If we are coupling two metal electrodes, then the metal electrode which has more negative reduction potential, it should undergo oxidation. Less negative electrode potential, standard reduction potential, it should undergo reduction. So that means, for example, when we are coupling zinc with the copper, zinc electrode is coupled with the copper. So this has more negative reduction potential, then zinc should have, it is acting like an anode and copper should act like a cathode. Then only the cell reaction is feasible. The metal with the more negative reduction potential should act like a anode, and the other metal should act like a cathode. For example, if you are coupling zinc with the calcium, both are having negative reduction potential, then calcium will act like a anode and zinc will act like a cathode, because it is coupled with the metal which is having more negative reduction potential. So feasibility of a cell reaction we can calculate, and E0 cell, EMF of the cell also we can calculate from the E0 cathode minus E naught anode. This formula we can use provided both the electrode potentials, the electrode potential of cathode and anode is provided as standard reduction potentials. Both the electrode potentials are reduction potentials. Then we can use this formula to calculate EMF of the cell. E naught cell is equal to E naught cathode minus E naught anode, provided both the electrode potentials, electrode EP I am writing, electrode potentials are standard reduction potentials. Standard reduction potentials. Students, these are the applications of electrochemical series. No need to memorize this series, just we have to understand the concept. The metal which has a more negative reduction potential, so that is a strong reducing agent. So if all the metals, for example 4 metals electrode potentials are given, A, B, C, D, like that they have given. If A is having somewhere around 0.34 standard electrode potentials I am calling. If it is given as 0.21, 0.15 and this is given as 1.1 volts they have given, and they are asking which is a strong oxidizing and reducing agent respectively. Oxidizing agent is which has more positive reduction, all are given as a positive reduction potential only. Then the metal which has more positive reduction potential, this is a strong oxidizing agent, and the metal which has less positive reduction potential, 0.15 is a smaller, so this is a strong reducing agent from the given 4 metals. So applications of electrochemical series, activity of the metal. So if the more negative value of reduction potential is there for the given metal, then the activity is more. And metals with negative reduction potentials, they can evolve H2 gas with the mineral acids. So that means negative reduction potential value indicates they are more reactive than the hydrogen, so they can evolve H2 gas from the mineral acids. And the metals which has a positive reduction potentials, they cannot give H2 gas. Feasibility of cell reaction. If when we are coupling 2 electrodes, 2 metal electrodes, the metal electrode which has less reduction potential should undergo oxidation, others should undergo reduction, right? So like zinc is coupled with the copper, zinc will act like anode and copper will act like a cathode. And we can calculate EMF of the cell from the electrochemical series. If this is connected, this is cell is constructed by using zinc and copper, then we can use a formula to calculate the E naught cell. E naught cell is equal to, students, here copper will act like a cathode, so directly we are putting 0.34 minus of, because the formula E naught cathode minus E naught anode, minus of minus 0.76, which is equal to 1.1 volts we will get, right? So here provided both the potentials, standard reduction potentials. Thanks for watching.